The CPU and GPU are the two most important components when it comes to your gaming performance. However, keep in mind that there's another component which is quite important, and that is the motherboard. So in today's video, I will show you the best CPU, GPU, and motherboard combos for 4K resolution in 2024. And I will go over 3 different budgets, meaning that I will go over the cheapest one, the mid-range one, and the most expensive one, which is quite expensive, but if you're looking for the best of the best, that one is going to be ideal for you. I will also show you the level of performance that you can get with each CPU, GPU, and motherboard combo for gaming in high demanding titles. That way, if you end up buying one of these combos, you know what you can expect in terms of gaming performance. All the links to this CPU, GPU, and motherboards will be down below in the video description. With that being said, let's start. With the first one, we have the cheapest combo for 4K resolution that I would buy in 2024. Honestly, I wouldn't go any lower than this if you want to play with a smooth performance at 4K high to ultra settings in high demanding titles. And I'm talking about the Ryzen 5 7600, which is the CPU that I have right here, and then I would recommend you getting the RTX 4070 Ti Super. And the reason why I picked the CPU and GPU combo, well, the 4070 Ti Super is more than capable of 75 plus FPS on average at 4K high to ultra settings in very high demanding titles. Now, you can expect even higher frame rates, which I will talk about in a second, but to be honest, it will play anything that you want at 4K with no issue. And then if you want something cheaper that's going to perform about the same, then you can get the RX 7900 XT for the graphics card, which is about $100 cheaper, and it's going to deliver very similar performance in terms of rasterized performance, but you're going to be losing the NVIDIA feature set, which is better for ray tracing performance, actually much better in terms of ray tracing performance, as you can see on the screen. And also you get FSR, which is the upscaler from AMD, and it has a worse image quality than DLSS, which is the upscaler from NVIDIA. So if you're going to be using upscaling technologies while playing high demanding titles, which I recommend at 4K resolution, if you want to achieve around 80 to 90 FPS on average, then NVIDIA is much better, and I do recommend you spending the extra $100 because you are already spending $700 on a graphics card. You might as well spend the extra $100 and get the GPU that has the better feature set. Now, in terms of motherboard, here I recommend you the B650M Pro RS from ASRock. This motherboard is very good in terms of entry level performance, and you can upgrade your CPU up to the Ryzen 7 7800X3D, which is the fastest CPU in the entire market. Now, if you play high CPU intensive games such as Fortnite low settings, or you want to play simulators like Flight Simulator, or you want to have DLSS on, which is a high CPU intensive technology, then upgrading to a Ryzen 7 7800X3D right now is actually a good option, and it's going to be quite more expensive, actually around $180 more expensive if you are not counting the cooler, which is quite more expensive, but in my opinion is a great upgrade if you have more money to spend. Now, the CPU, GPU, and motherboard combo is around $1,120 when I'm recording this video, and if you end up going with the 7900 XT, which is cheaper, then you are going to be saving $100 more. That's, in my opinion, the very minimum for 4K resolution, high to ultra settings. And of course, if you play easy to run games such as Minecraft, Valorant, or GTA 5, these type of games are very playable on different GPUs that are much cheaper. So if you are one of those type of people who want to play easy to run games, then I do recommend you watching my video on the best gaming PC builds for every budget and every resolution, where you will get much cheaper systems that are going to perform great in those type of titles at both 1440p and 4K resolution. You will have that video in the top right of the screen. But coming back to this one, if you have more money to spend, then I recommend you upgrading to the fastest CPU in the market, the Ryzen 7 7800X3D, and getting the RTX 4080 Super for the graphics card, which is an amazing 4K GPU that's going to allow you to play at 80 plus FPS on average, native resolution at 4K on high to ultra settings in high demanding titles, possibly 100 plus FPS depending on the game, or even more if you want to play with DLSS on. And here, since you get the Ryzen 7 7800X3D, you are going to be taking full advantage of DLSS because, as I said before, it's a high CPU demanding technology. And then for the motherboard, you get the Gigabyte B650 Aorus AX. This one is a great motherboard. Honestly, you can upgrade up to a Ryzen 9 7900X if you are into content creation. If you are mainly into gaming, then a Ryzen 7 7800X3D is the better option in terms of price to performance. And then the motherboard has plenty of features for gaming. You get plenty of M.2 slots in case you want to upgrade to more storage down the line, and the VRMs are great and you get Wi-Fi included. Now this CPU, GPU and motherboard combo is going to be around $1,600, and if you end up going with the AMD Alternative for the GPU, which is the RX 7900 XTX, you will be getting similar rasterized performance. Just like the 7900 XT, you are going to be losing the NVIDIA feature set, so if you really care about ray tracing or DLSS, I do not recommend you making this downgrade. But if you want to save up some money and get about the same performance, and all you care about is pure performance in terms of native resolution, then the combo is going to be closer to $1,450 if you end up going with the 7900 XTX. And if you have more money to spend and you just want the best of the best for gaming, I recommend you getting the same CPU and motherboard, but this time pairing it with the fastest graphics card in the market, the RTX 4090. And if you make this upgrade, it's definitely going to be the most expensive CPU, GPU and motherboard combo at around $2,400, but you are going to be getting the best performance as well. The RTX 4090 is going to allow you to play at 110 plus FPS on average in 4K high to ultra settings. Once again, depending on the game, in some games you will be achieving way higher FPS and in others lower, because there are actually games that are very high demanding, but overall you can expect around 110 plus FPS or even higher if you use DLSS. Now you have to keep in mind that if you play easy to run games, you can expect 360 plus FPS on average, and I'm talking about Fortnite competitive settings or Valorant or CS2, and the same goes for the other combos. You can expect well over 360 plus FPS on average if you have the 7800 X3D. If you end up going with the Ryzen 5 7600 right here, then you can expect around 240 plus FPS on average in this type of shooters in competitive setting. And if you are enjoying the video so far, leave a like and subscribe. It goes a long way and you will be supporting the channel to grow even more. So if you end up doing that, thank you so much. And if you need personal PC help, so you want me to take a look at your specific situation, budget and needs, in the top link in the description, you can ask me one-on-one and I will be helping you out. Thank you guys for watching, thank you for the support, and I will see you on the next one.